So this morning we're going to cover screen cleaning. After we've cleaned the ink out of our screen and put it back in our cans, buckets, quarts, gallons, whatever it is you're using. Take the tape out, untape it. I use PMI split tape. Comes out nice and clean. Doesn't leave any residue, adhesive residue in the screen. Costs a little bit more than packing tape, which a lot of people use. Nothing wrong with it. I just like the way the PMI, the split tape releases. It's one less thing I have to worry about cleaning out of the screen. So now we take it into the washout room. So now we've got our screen in our washout booth, and my washout booth just happens to be an old tub and shower. It was free, you can't beat that. You can buy washout booths. I have a washout booth that I purchased. It's just right here, the back is off of it now, and I use it for a soap tank. And we'll get into that sometime when we're doing screen exposures, what we use that for. So next what I'll do is spray the screen down. We use Ease Away, the 701. I put it in a spray bottle. I like the control I get, and I can put as little or as much down on the screen as I want. Just a couple sprays. Then I use a scrub pad, and these are replaceable. You can take the pad off when it needs a new one and put this one on. There's little barbs on there that hold it. And then I use this to scrub the screen down. I've got all the ink off the screen, and then next we go into the dip tank. So I really like the dip tank. Got this a couple years ago. They're not cheap. It'll hold 2 screens, but I don't leave screens in there. We got this one from River City Graphics. Really like that. We get all of our cleaning supplies from them and our screens. So what I do is I take the screen after we've cleaned all the ink out, and I don't leave it in there. I dip it. Let the chemicals run back into the tank, and then I put it down in a tote I have down here. The reason I put it in the tote is because the emulsion is going to start coming right off the screen, and I don't want that in my dip tank. What happens then, that just kills your chemicals that are in here. While this screen sets in the tote, I get another screen and go through the same process of de-inking and dipping. So now we take the screen out of the tote and bring it into our sink. Dip this one, drain, set, and this is a continuing cycle. So now that I have our soaked screen sitting in the washout booth, we hit it with a pressure washer. Now we have all the emulsion and any ink that was left on there knocked off. Everything that comes off of there goes down underneath this washout booth and through 2 filters before it goes in the septic. Well, the next thing I like to do is spray it down one more time with the chemicals, because there is going to be some residue on there. I spray it down, make sure I get all of those chemicals off of there. I have one more step, which is spraying it down with a detergent, which I use another one of these for. It's used just for this, so there's no cross contamination. And what this does is it soaps it down and degreases the screen, gets anything off of there that might prevent the new emulsion from adhering to the screen. So now I wash this off, but just use the garden hose attachment because I don't want to use a pressure washer and possibly kick any residue in here back up onto the screen. Let the water drain off, and then I take it into my drying room and dry it until we're ready to coat and reuse. So we brought the screen into our drying room. I'll set it down here. This is just an old frame without any mesh in it. Set it up on its edge, turn on our simple box fan. We have a heater back here if we need to dry it quickly. And here's where it sets till it's dry. This is where we do our screen storage, so it's a pretty useful little room. So I hope you enjoyed our quick little video on cleaning screens. Now, to anyone who's starting out and you don't have a dip tank, you can buy the same chemicals that go in that tank and put them in a spray bottle. You can cut them like 50-50 with water. And what you do is you spray the screens down and you lay them out horizontally. You can stack them and work from the bottom of the pile and keep cycling screens through, which is how we did it for years. But you don't have to use a tank like that. A lot of people don't. I like it. I wish I had gotten it years ago. Even if you're not running through 50, 100 screens a week. Right, here's some of the chemicals we like to use, and I'll have a link in the description for where you can go to get them. You don't have to go there. That's who we like to use. I really like using the old shower stall because it's perfect. You have a little bit of DIY in there to get it to hold screens up like I have it in there, but it works out nice. If you have customers that are contractors, ask them if they have an old one that they might have taken out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try posting stuff up like this. Just maybe it'll help somebody out. Maybe people will say, well, that's not the way to do it. But it's the way we do it. It's worked for me for 16 years with a couple little tweaks here and there. And if we can help somebody out along the way, all the better for that. Well, thank you for watching. Enjoy.